What if the pills you take every morning to protect your health are quietly working against you? For years, we've trusted medications to keep us safe, lowering blood pressure, easing pain, fighting infections. But what happens when the cure starts to become the problem? After 65, your body changes, and so as the rules. Take Margaret, a 68-years-old retired teacher who took her prescriptions like clockwork. Blood thinners for her heart, ibuprofen for arthritis, a sleeping pill at night. She did everything right. Until one afternoon, she stood up from her couch and collapsed. The ER doctor found her blood pressure dangerously low, her kidneys struggling. "Your medications are clashing," he said. "Like strangers fighting in a room, and your body's the battlefield." Margaret's story isn't rare, but it's rarely discussed. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on 7 silent risks hiding in your pillbox, risks even your doctor might overlook. These aren't just side effects. They're life-altering traps that can steal your independence, your memory, even your joy, unless you know how to spot them. Number 1 is the domino effect of drug interactions. Margaret's cocktail of prescriptions that's meant to help nearly cost her life. But here's what you might not realize. After 65, your liver and kidneys process drugs slower. A harmless sleep aid mixed with blood pressure pills can become a toxic recipe. Think of it like this. If you pour 10 cups of water into a funnel meant for 5, it overflows. Your body's the funnel now. Dr. Alicia Chen, a geriatric pharmacist, told us about a patient who took antidepressants and migraine meds. Neither was dangerous alone, but together, they spiked his blood sugar to diabetic levels. "We spend years studying drug interactions," she said, "but patients assume no news is good news." Number 2, the overprescribing trap. Let me tell you about Robert, a 72-years-old Vietnam vet with chronic back pain. His doctor prescribed opioids, then muscle relaxers for the side effects, then laxatives for their side effects. Within a year, Robert was on 6 pills just to manage the fallout of the first. "I felt like a marionette," he told us. "Strings pulled by every pill I swallowed." Here's the truth. More meds don't mean better care. A Johns Hopkins study found 40% of seniors take at least 5 prescriptions daily. But every added pill raises the risk of falls, confusion, even hospitalization. Sometimes, the bravest question isn't, "What else can I take?" but, "What can I stop?" Thirdly, the silent thief in your morning vitamins. You've heard calcium strengthens bones. But for 70 years Ruth, her daily calcium pill became a ticking time bomb. After a routine scan, her doctor found something shocking. Calcium deposits had hardened her arteries. "Like cement in your pipes," he said. Her heart was working overtime to pump blood through stiffened veins. Here's what no one mentions. Supplements aren't just insurance. Too much calcium, iron, or even vitamin E can clash with heart meds, thin your blood, or strain your kidneys. And because they're sold over the counter, we assume they're safe. But natural doesn't mean harmless. Not when your body's chemistry has changed. Number 4. The memory stealers disguised as helpers. 76-years-old Betty blamed her forgetfulness on aging. "Where are my keys?" became, "Why did I open the fridge?" Her family feared dementia, until her new doctor asked a radical question: "Are you taking Benadryl for sleep?" Turns out, common antihistamines, antidepressants, and even bladder pills can mimic Alzheimer's. They don't just dull your mind, they rewire it. Neurologist Dr. Lisa Park calls this medication fog. "We've seen patients recover their memories just by stopping one pill," she says. But here's the tragedy. Many never make the connection. They accept confusion as inevitable, not realizing the culprit is hiding in plain sight, in their pill organizer's tiny Tuesday compartment. Number 5. The blood pressure paradox. High blood pressure is called the silent killer. But what if the cure is just as dangerous? For 79 years George, his BP meds worked too well. One dizzy spell at the grocery store led to a fractured hip. A year later, he's in assisted living, mourning his independence. Here's the secret. After 65, slightly higher blood pressure might actually protect you. A landmark study in JAMA found that aggressively lowering BP in seniors increased fall risks without reducing heart attacks. Yet millions are still over-medicated, chasing numbers on a chart instead of listening to their bodies. Sixth is the gut-wrenching truth about common painkillers. Advil, Aleve, Celebrex. We pop them like candy for aches. But for 68-year Linda, 3 weeks of ibuprofen for a sprained ankle led to bleeding ulcers. I thought it was food poisoning, she said. By the time she reached the ER, she needed 2 blood transfusions. Here's what's chilling: NSAIDs, those everyday painkillers, increase elders' risk of stomach bleeding by 300%. Yet they're rarely prescribed with stomach protectants. Even scarier, chronic use can damage kidneys silently. You might not feel it until it's too late. Seventh, the withdrawal no one warns you about. Finally, meet Carl, 71, who took Xanax for anxiety after his wife died. When his new doctor insisted he quit cold turkey, Carl spent weeks shaking, sweating, hallucinating. I felt like I was dying, he said. All because no one told me stopping abruptly could be deadly. Benzodiazepines, sleeping pills, even antidepressants, they're not just habits. They're chemical handcuffs. Your brain adapts to them over years. Yank them away, and it's like pulling a crutch from someone mid-step. Yet countless seniors are left to navigate withdrawal alone, unaware that tapering slowly could spare them agony. These stories aren't meant to scare you, they're meant to empower you. Your medications could be saving your life, or stealthily stealing it. The key isn't to reject modern medicine. It's to become its partner. Ask questions. Demand explanations. Request medication reviews. If you're nodding along right now, thinking of your own pillbox or a loved one's, leave a comment below with the word AWARE. Let's build a community that fights for better care. And if you're ready to take charge, hit subscribe. So that we'll dive into how to talk to your doctor about deprescribing, because your golden years deserve clarity, not chemical chaos. You didn't survive decades of life storms to be shipwrecked by a prescription pad. Let's navigate this together. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.